Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist John Carroll.
Well, folks, we are going to be dealing with some wintry conditions tonight. I do expect some spot showers, some mountain snow, and a little bit of freezing rain in some spots. It was a gray and dreary day today. Didn't get rid of much of that slush on the roads, although we did warm up well above freezing. We still do have a look here at the ice on the lake there out at Black Butte Ranch, and the snow kind of melted off the top of that. But generally, it's still a rather snow-scaped region. In other words, there's snow on a lot of locations, and you can see in our city cameras that the roads are wet, but the side of the roads is still maintaining a decent amount of snow from the snow that we got over the weekend. And we do, the good news is I do expect us to stay above freezing tonight. So I don't think we're going to see any widespread icing of these roads or black ice, but say you're going over Aubrey, Butte, or any of the higher elevated locations, could see some icy conditions. So here's what's going on. We have more wintry weather ahead, but not as bad as what we've seen. We do have pockets of fog expected overnight, and that will reduce visibility. Roads may ice up in some locations, as I just mentioned, higher elevated city spots, and then, of course, the mountain passes. Snow and rain will be kind of off and on, but nothing widespread. And mountain snow is expected to linger around, so that's good for the snow riders. Here's a look at the freezing rain possibility. Dangerous driving when you do run into the freezing rain, but only in and around Sisters and also north of Bend, in between Redmond and Bend, is 1/100th of an inch possible. Doesn't sound like a lot, but anytime that you get any kind of icy conditions, it is dangerous and treacherous. So give yourself extra time getting around tonight and tomorrow morning. There is going to be reduced visibility. Right now, we only see it up in through Jefferson County with 1 mile of visibility just north of Redmond into Madras and Warm Springs. But generally, I expect that to expand as the night moves along. I am fortunate to notice that we are going to be above freezing, so this fog will more than likely be just that, fog, as opposed to freezing fog, which is that fog that freezes on contact and creates that very thin icy glaze. So that doesn't appear to be a problem tonight. Here's a look at the high temperatures for the day today. We had 30s and 40s through the region. Currently, we do have temps in the mid-30s in Bend and in Redmond under mostly cloudy skies. 40 is expected, or is right now in Sun River. 35 is the current temperature in Sisters, and 38 is the temperature up in Warm Springs. And overnight tonight, we will dip below freezing in some spots. So if there is some fog south of, say, Lava Butte in Sun River and Lapine, and also in Sisters, that may be that freezing fog, as well as some areas in the Redmond region and north. So it's not perfect tonight, that's for certain. As we go through the highs tomorrow, though, we are going to be warming up and getting rid of some of that slush that's been hanging around. Area of low pressure off the coast is what's generating that introduction of moisture to the area. So let's move forward in time and show you, first of all, the radar returns closer to home. And there's really not much going on, maybe a few little flakes flying around Paulina. But generally, we are looking at the future track that really isn't giving us all that much. The possible icy glaze, as I mentioned, is not necessarily going to be much of a problem. So here's what we got going on. 50, 48, 51. It is going to be nice and mild moving into the rest of this forecast period. Let's look at your